Hello everyone, and welcome to Homestead Tessie. I think it's about time that I share with you another financial update, so stay tuned. Quite a bit of new subscribers since I started this bare bones budgeting, so I'm going to share a link with all of my videos from the previous 2 months. That will be at the end of this video. For those of you who are new with my channel, my hubby and I have transformed our lives and changed our lives drastically, and we have 2 weeks to go yet before we have a real change in my husband's finances and occupation. And I explain all of that in deep detail, so the rest of you have been following me on my journey. So you know how we sold things, and you know how we reduced our costs from last month and the month before. So now we're getting down to the bare bones. So what can we do now that can still reduce our cost? I know a lot of you have emailed me and said, Tessie, I don't see anything else you can do to lower your cost of living. And there was some things we did so far for the month of August. Now, as I play this video, we will probably be in about the first week of September. So this is going to be my August update. Now, you know we did the zero spending month, and that was very challenging. And I was able to get rid of my freezer. And people have asked me again why I got rid of my freezer, and I will explain that. Here on our homestead, I'm all about prepping, but prepping in ways that we do not have to use the grid. Now, yes, I am on the grid. You see the lights above me that are glowing. I do use lights, and I do use electricity. I just try to use it at a minimum basis. I've had people ask me about my bread machine and things like that. Yes, I do have a bread machine, and I am implementing that a little more as I get older. If I can save some time, I will use certain things like that. Now, with my bread machine, I only use it to knead the bread. I do not use it to bake the bread. I do use my dehydrators, because once the food is dehydrated, you no longer have to use electricity to keep it stored. And that was one of the reasons why I got rid of my freezer. Because once the food was frozen, you continue to pay for that food for the life of that food. And I'm just really about preserving things without having to use the grid. And so what I have learned is once I preserve my food, it's no longer charging me anything to keep it. And that's been a real eye-opener for me. Now, I do have an extra refrigerator that we are in the process of getting rid of. And as you are seeing this video, our son has still not moved out. We have about 20 days until the life-changing event where hubby is going to give a big portion of his company to our son-in-law. We do not have anything at this point to compensate for that. We are relying on the Lord, and we are relying on something to come our way. And He is going to change His work. He is hoping to make as much money with less work by going with more larger companies. So it is a challenge, and it is a challenge that we are up for. I'm going to give you a rundown of some of the ways that we were able to save money this month. For one thing is, we called our local insurance company, and we bundled all of our insurance into one policy. Now, that only saved us $207 a year. But that $207 is a savings, and all that we had to do is make one phone call. We also lowered our hot water heater. We have hot water in our home only in the shower. The shower is the only hot water that I have running through my home. If you have a question on that, I will share a video explaining to you exactly why we don't have hot water through the house. We lowered our water temperature to the lowest setting it possibly could give. But remember, you need to collaborate your settings, so they need to be a 20 degrees difference between the high and the low. If you do not have a 20 degrees difference between the high and the low, you can burn your water heater. We have oil for our hot water. But being that we only have it for the shower, that oil will last us at least a couple years. We will be getting rid of the oil heater once it no longer is functioning, but right now it's more cost efficient to keep that and then get rid of it when it doesn't work any longer. We also saved, we are not exactly, I don't have the numbers exactly on how much money that will save by lowering it the most, but it does save on the electricity, and it also saves on the oil. The furnace isn't running as much, and of course it saves on the oil. We do heat our water in the kitchen for washing dishes. We also got rid of our trash delivery. Now this is a big one. We went many years without trash, and then when my son moved back home, we got the trash again. But we saved $300 a year by not having trash removal service. And what I do is I have 2 trash cans. One is burnable and one is non-burnable. And the non-burnables, we have about maybe 1 little grocery bag every 2 to 3 weeks. And that I give to my daughter, where they live, they actually have dumpster service. So that is a big one, by saving $300 a year on your trash delivery. Now I understand some places that is mandatory. For me it is not, and that is a huge savings. So this month alone, we saved $507 a year just by doing a few things. I'm not sure what the month of September is going to be. I know there's a lot of changes in September, and I know of some things that we are just waiting to get rid of. So September is going to be another really big month for us for saving money. And I'm really excited. It's very challenging but very rewarding. I will explain again that we are basically empty nesters, so we do not have small children in our home. So we are able to implement a lot of these cost-saving ideas. And this video on debt-free living and on saving money, these videos are my highest viewed videos of all time. So I think that I have reached quite a nerve with people. And the fact that 90% of my viewers are ages 55 and older, a lot of them are looking for ways that they can reduce their cost of living, because their cost of living is rising, but their Social Security isn't. And so they are trying desperately to find ways to save money. And I really think that that is a very sad shame in life, that the older people are not being taken care of like they should. You know, it does seem very unfair that the older people who work their whole lives now have to live this way, while so many at a young age do not want to work. And that is a passion of mine, the elderly and the older people. So I thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to the month of September, because that's going to be some real visual changes, and I'll have my camera showing you exactly what we are getting rid of, and it's going to be really exciting. And you know, we could use your prayers that a blessing would come our way, that for my hubby and I, that the work situation could be less work for him, but yet he could still receive a good income. So who knows? Who knows what the next 28 days are going to hold. So we're right now at a crucial point. We're at a fork in the road, and it's going to be really exciting. So I can't wait to share the rest of my journey with you. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. My friends, if you liked my video, could you please make sure you give me a thumbs up? Are you on any form of social media? By sharing my video on social media, it helps get my videos out into the world, and YouTube sees that and will share my videos much more. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!